girls, Miss Minor here in the studio. First off, I want to apologize. Apparently Dojo is cutting off videos at 8 minutes and mine are a little bit longer. So if you missed part of my video, please follow the link down below to watch it on YouTube. Today we are going to be inspired by Carle and his book, The Tiny Seed, which hopefully you watched the read aloud on YouTube, or maybe you have it at home like I do. All right, so I am going to show you how to make a collage in the style of Carle. So let's get right to the demo. All right, today you are going to need a blank sheet of paper, a pencil, some scissors, glue, could be, white glue or glue stick. And you are going to need the papers you created last time. If you didn't create papers, go back to my last video and check out how to do that. So we made some green and yellows and some red or pink and orange and yellow sheets. So first thing I want you to do is pick one of these green sheets. So we're gonna be creating the flower that the tiny seed grew into. So first thing that we need to do is cut a stem for our flower. So we're just going to cut a strip of this green paper. Right. And then you can glue it down. So I've got my stem. Next up, I am going to do a bunch of grass. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to cut a strip of paper a couple inches wide. I'm going to do a couple of them because you want the most color, and sometimes you have like a lot of white in a certain area. All right, now to make the grass, the fun part, you get to rip the strips of grass. All right, so now I've ripped a bunch of pieces of grass. Okay, now I'm going to start gluing them along the bottom. They should touch the bottom of your paper. Put some glue on the back and flip it over. And you're gonna wanna overlap these, so no gaps between the grass. Have them overlap a little bit. And just continue gluing these across the bottom of your paper. So there, you can see I went all across the bottom with my grass. All right, next up, we're gonna start the flower. So we have these, we have the pinks and oranges and reds reserved for our flower. Now, I am gonna pick kind of a lighter area to do the center, and I'm just gonna take this roll of tape. You can find something to trace here to make yourself a nice circle, and then you're gonna cut that out. It's gonna be the center of my flower. I'm gonna glue it down. Don't need a ton of glue. Okay. Next up, petals for the flower. So you want to pick a different one of your sheets. And I'll show you how to draw a petal. Okay. Now you don't want to make it too big. Like I'm going to line it up with here. I'm going to draw 2 slightly diagonal lines out from the flower. And then a curved one on top. And then you can go ahead and cut that out. Now, another trick that you can do you take your paper and fold it up because you got to cut a lot of these. You could even take this one that you've already traced and do it, but it's kind of nice if they're all a little bit different in shape, because flowers are not uniform. So I'm going to draw another petal because you're already going to have 2 that are the same. And then I'm going to just snip that. Okay. And don't worry if your petals are a little big and they go off the page. That is okay. I'm also going to want to take another one of my sheets, get as much different textures in here as possible, and make some petals. So again, I'm going to cut off a little bit of paper, and I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to line it up here. Okay, 2 diagonal lines, just getting slightly further away from each other. And then a curved line connecting them, and that's how you draw your flower petal. And then I'm going to cut it out. Okay. So it looks like I need 2 more petals, and I can do it out of the same sheet. Notice how I'm drawing on the back of the paper. So there's no pencil on my final project. All right, so I don't want to put all of the crayon ones together, so I'm going to alternate the 2 different types. Let's see, I don't quite have enough, so I'm going to cut 1 more out of this one. There you go. There, now I have enough petals. It's really nice and full. So the next step is to glue these down, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we want to put a little bit of glue at the very end of the petal and some up here too. Okay, now if you can, slip it under your centerpiece. Right there. That'll give us a nice looking flower. Put a little at the straight edge, some at the curved edge. Stick it under that circle. You can overlap those petals a little bit. Remember, overlapping is when one thing is on top of another. Okay, and continue going around. All right, now I have all of my flower petals on. So last step is to cut some leaves. So I'm gonna go back to that paper that I cut the stem out of. I'm gonna flip it over. Now, to leaves. Okay, we're gonna do kind of a pointed oval shape. Pointed on one end. Okay, I'm drawing on the back of my paper. And I'm gonna fold this in half so I can get a few leaves out of this. All right, so there's my leaf shape, kind of an oval, but with some points. All right, go ahead and cut out some leaves. There, now I have some leaves. I don't know if I have room for all of these, but let's try. Okay, and we're gonna glue these to the stem of our flower. I think I could do all of them. All right, there it is. There's my collage all finished. All right, boys and girls, here is my collage inspired by Carle's work. Now, how did you make this collage? By cutting up the papers and gluing them down. So that's the definition of collage. You made a picture by cutting up other papers and gluing them to a blank sheet. All right, once you are done, have your parents stamp a picture and message me in Dojo. That is the sure way to reach me. I don't always get the notifications if you upload it to your portfolio. All right, I am going to talk to you next week, so have fun creating, everyone. Bye.